This is the off-duty model look, so it's all about looking very kind of natural and undone, but still quite polished. So I've used makeup that's quite sheer and very easy to layer up, but I didn't want anything too overly dramatic, and I don't want it to look like I'm wearing very much makeup at all. So this video is a very quick and easy method for natural makeup, everyday makeup, for people that don't want to look too done up. So I'm going to go back to the start and show you how I did it. So I'm starting off with a primer, just to make sure that the skin's really nicely prepped for the tinted moisturiser. This one's a Radiance primer from Laura Mercier, and it just gives an extra little bit of glow beneath the tinted moisturiser. I'm using a tinted moisturiser rather than a foundation because I want my makeup to be really light and sheer. But it really does depend on how clear your skin is. If you feel like you need the extra coverage from a foundation, then go ahead and use that. But this is all about very sheer textures and effortless makeup. This one from NARS actually has quite good coverage. And really I'm just using it to even out the skin tone and give myself a little bit of extra colour. But I'm going to go in on top with a concealer. This is Estee Lauder Disappear Smoothing Cream Concealer, just to get rid of those under eye circles. So just tapping the product on with my ring finger and taking the excess across the eyelid, which makes a nice little base for any eyeshadow that you're going to put on. And then I'm just setting my base with a little bit of pressed powder just on my nose, on my forehead and on my chin, just because I want it to last, and it's summer as well, so everything gets a little bit hot and sticky. Now in terms of eyes, I don't want anything too dramatic. I just want a wash of colour really, and not even colour, I want it quite neutral, more like a sheen and something that's going to brighten up the eye area. So for this I'm going to use a cream kind of shadow tint. This one's from Dior, and you can apply it with fingertips. You don't need a brush, you just use the applicator. I'm just applying a small amount to the eyelid and tapping that in. So that's just a really quick and easy way of glamming up the lids slightly, and it's just one of those touches that you don't really notice are there, but it adds to the overall effect. If you did want a stronger eye but keeping it quite neutral, I've been using this shadow recently. This is from Neil's Yard Remedies. It's called Hibiscus, and it's kind of a little bit stronger than the Dior shadow that I've just used. Just using a large eyeshadow brush just to sweep that across the lid. And there's no real blending required or anything, because it's just a very, very neutral shade with just a hint of colour. So very beautiful. I'm going to add mascara. This one's from L'Oreal. It's called False Lash Telescopic. I'm only going to do one coat of mascara because, again, I don't want anything too dramatic, but because I'm blonde and I've got very fair eyelashes, I do need something a little bit extra on my lashes. I couldn't just go out with them nude because they don't show up. And because I don't want the hard line of an eyeliner, but I do want to define my eye slightly, I'm going to take just a tiny bit of mascara onto the bottom lashes, just dotting it almost at the top, just so you can see that the lashes are there, but I don't want big spidery lashes. So just almost bouncing the brush off those lashes, just to get a tiny bit of colour on, but I don't want the whole length of the lash painted black. So just very, very natural. I'm going to add some blush. This is a Glide On cheek tint. This is from Urban Decay. This is called Indecent, and it's a very natural, almost nude shade of cream blush. And you just use your fingertips to apply. Just taking that underneath the cheekbone and blending it out with my fingertips. Lips, I've been using this a lot recently. This is Yves Saint Laurent, and it's the tinted lip balm. It's actually called Veloute Sheer Candy, and it just imparts very tiniest amount of colour I really like this one because it looks very luxurious and it's quite nice. You need to reapply it quite frequently, so it's nice to have something a bit luxurious. But these are also very good. The Carmex Moisture Plus, very, very cheap, and they do give quite a good amount of colour as well, but just very soft and balmy and beautiful. So that's it for my natural daytime look. I'm going to let my hair down. And that's it for just a very soft, relaxed, natural, off-duty look.